all able to watch what you guys were just filming just now, and something that really struck me was the way you guys were all delivering a line, and then as it tightened up, as the delivery tightened up, you could feel the joke coming together, and it was really just working. How is that typical of the way it is on set, or could you sort of talk about the way it is as you guys are figuring things out?
You mean, are we usually that slow getting the joke
Right.
to come together?
Not at all.
Right. Like children on a soccer field.
We just got to figure it out, like toddlers learning to walk.
Right. I don't know. Well, with that scene, especially because it was joke, 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 it was about the timing of it all, and then and the quick reactions to it. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess we always kind of play around. Or rather, I think we always our first choice is to like make a meal out of whatever, and then it's the director's job to be like, and now pace it up. This is a 22-minute show. You know what I mean? So anything like that, it's like first you want to get where the characters are coming from and what your personal joke is or your addition to the larger joke, and then we kind of just tighten it up.
When in doubt, speed up.
Yeah.
Always. Because there's so many jokes in our scripts that they come so fast that you just have to get in and get out.
That's what she said.
Nailed it, Alison Brie. Every time. Wait, you should see her with fortune cookies. In bed.
In bed, it is crazy.
Nailed it.
Crazy. You will have amazing fortune in bed.
Nice.
I don't get grammatical fortune cookies. They're horrible.
How much of the success of the show has to do with the time? And we know that it's about more than community college, but a lot of people are going back to community college trying to find new jobs. How much do you think the show is just relatable because people are like kind of in that space also?
I think it would be as relatable as something like Cheers takes place in a bar, but I don't necessarily know if people were like, oh, I hang out in bars, and that's what it's like. I think more so it hopefully is the general, like, it is a feeling of community, this group of people that are going through something together. So, I don't know.
I feel like the idea that we're at a community college has kind of taken a backseat to just the group and their relationships with each other and our fun adventures and things like that. But I mean, I see what you're saying, and it's actually a great point, and maybe that, maybe it does.
I've had people come up and go like, man, you nailed it. And I was like, really? We nailed community? I don't know if the school is insane. A lot of crazy stuff. I mean, we had 2 entire school-destroying paintball wars.
That's true.
That doesn't happen very often.
But
we had literal gunplay.
We did.
Yeah, last year.
But we also have characters who are trying to figure out their financial situations, and that's especially this year.
Right, like you who live above the Dildopolis.
Yeah, living above a sex shop. People, you know.
I will take anybody who comes to the show for any reason.
Right.
Even if it's malicious. I'll take them.
You connect to the show because you hate all of us? Great, keep watching.
Yes, I like it.
So, when you tweeted that picture of 0 nominations, nominations, that got passed around quite a bit.
Yes. That was from Dan Harmon.
He had it made. It was our producers, who had it made. The joke, I guess, is more realized because if you realize... Just keep saying realize.
Right. It's a fully realized. Go ahead.
On the lot here at Paramount, there will be signs up for other shows celebrating their nominations, which is great, and congrats to those shows. And it was just sort
Glee.
of like... I was trying to be discreet. About it. It was just our way of
they have the
celebrating our
exact
own...
same sign, same font.
Kind of a takeoff. But of course theirs is like...
11 or 9 nominations?
15 or something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And then there's ours. So it's just it was our way of... That's a joke to us. Like,
we just won a Tubi.
Oh.
So,
yeah, did we?
Yeah, Television Pity gave us an award. So, eat that award.
Best comedy.
What do you think the TV Academy is missing about this show that everyone else seems to get?
Well, I think, at least the Television Academy, they have been very good to us. And they have done all sorts of things to get us out there, including... Wow, I'm about to toot my own horn, but they put me on the cover of the Emmy magazine.
Right.
Thank you, Emmy.
Yes.
So it wasn't like, I think the people who run the place...
There's a lot of voters. I just think there's so much TV out there. You know, sometimes shows fall through the cracks. I don't know. I'm thankful that we have such amazing viewers, and there are amazing critics out there that love the show, and that people, really the viewers, the people that keep watching our show, I'm glad that they like it and that they continue to watch it.
Yeah, we had
and
Michael
then there's
K.
awards.
Williams was on. Michael K. Williams was on the show, and he was on The Wire, which was nominated once. Thanks, Billy. That's Billy, the loudest person in history.
On our set and in history.
He's like, Joel, I'm whispering right now. What's the problem?
Being
He's
discreet.
like, yeah. I mean, I think we know we have a very young audience, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but. We're not into this for the
we kind of
awards.
can't. Well,
We're
and it's
glad
out
we
of
have
our
a job.
control anyway. So we're kind of just trying to do our best here and have fun and still
Yeah.
do good work. And we all believe in the work we're doing here. And even with that sign, it was kind of just like, that's so our sense of that kind of self-deprecating humor. That was our way of celebrating our
Yeah.
show.
And Dan thrives and loves being the underdog, and so it works out great.
Yeah.
Now, Joel, you are, in particular, a man of many jobs besides Community. Of course, you do the Soup, and you do a lot of stand-up
I
and
have a
all that
paper
sort
route.
of thing. So,
Yes, thank you.
A, how are things going with your friends and family? And then, B, are you perhaps worried that Ryan Seacrest is going to come after you since you're maybe taking his crown?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let me address that first.
Please do.
If I were to even question that, his crack team of snipers, who has a laser trained on me at this moment,
hear
which
that?
just pulled the trigger, and I could never match his busyness or his height.
You could always just put
or
you could,
his pile of money. So.
if he came after you, you could just put your hand out like this and
Right,
he'd
and
be
he
like,
would like that. And then 7 bodyguards would beat the hell out of me. No, so I can never get close to it. I mean, he also has a teleporter and also moves about the world as a green gas.
So that's what happens when you have $20 billion to just do whatever you want. You get teleported.
How much does he have?
I'm
He has
guessing.
way. No, I think he made 52 last year.
Wow.
So I think he's
$1 billion.
doing okay. As far as the family goes, I see Allison and the cast more than I see my children and my wife. That is very depressing. No offense.
I'm taken.
But it's one of those, it's a very good problem to have. I am desperate to see them and hang out with them, but I love that someone gave me a job, and so that that part is I can't believe I get to work in the field I wanted to, and we tape the Soup. We tape the Soup
Jumping
during our filming, so. It kind of...
That's not really extra time. It's kind of worked
Yeah,
into
it's
your
just
work
worked
week
into
here.
it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's really busy. And,
Oh, so you actually literally filmed that here on this set, or...
No.
No,
Just within
I
the
go away
hours
and then,
that we work here.
and then come back.
Yeah.
And Allison, you're on Mad Men.
Yeah. So
Just a
that's
little-
fun.
But they shoot a completely different schedule.
Well, they
Almost.
used to, but not this year. There was a delay in the shooting for Mad Men, so it's starting. It just started, I think.
Have you started shooting yet? No? For that?
No.
Okay.
No, and I'm afraid of saying anything else about it whatsoever.
You can't give us any details.
The Mad Men snipers will be after me, yeah.
But there will be a spaceship.
So
And
tell us about the
it
script
could look
for the
like
first
the Million.
So here's what happens with my character.
I'm curious, last year, you guys, Dan has really lifted the bar in what you can do in a sitcom. I mean, on your show. You had like the bottle episode, which was, the clip episode. There's so many things that he did in the second season. Has he talked to you guys about some of the goals of this season? And could you sort of talk about what you've already accomplished in the first 4?
Well, I do know that there's been an overall shift in terms of kind of moving away from doing as many of the kind of big themed episodes that we did a lot of last year.
And yet, our first episode back,
Yeah, they're we're trying to move in that direction.
we still haven't finished shooting the first episode, so it is a monster.
Bigger
It's
is a
huge.
loose term. They're still very conceptual ones that we've shot so far.
Yeah.
Like the third episode, and our
Right.
Halloween episode is coming up, so there's still going to be,
There's no shortage on the ambition of the show,
Yeah.
and thank God.
or the
And-
creativity of the show.
Yeah, there is so many crazy things that will happen in the first 3 episodes that I think you'll be pretty
And
surprised.
yeah.
Hopefully, if you're not watching Thursday Night Football, The X Factor, Vampire
Don't
Diaries,
stop
Big
pitching
Bang
those other
Theory.
shows.
What?
They don't know. They're out there. They don't know.
Oh, right. They have never watched anything else. So, yeah, but the ambition of the show is the same. And I think with Dan, and correct me if I'm wrong, he cares about whether the show is really funny. And now they brought in Michael K. Williams and John Goodman, who are going to be outside antagonists, as opposed to, like last year was all about Pierce and whether he was going to stay in the group. But now we have outside antagonists.
Yeah,
So,
which is great. It really sheds a light on how weird the group is when you see someone like Michael K. Williams, who's playing like a very intense kind of, but coming more from a real world,
Yeah.
you know, than any of us, and it's just sort of like makes us all seem so bizarre.
yeah. And every time, like, he'll see us, like, we'll be doing, the group will be operating together as an amoeba, and we'll be saying stuff, and he's just like, I have the weirdest conversations here.
Yeah, what
Like,
are you guys, or he'll just be like, I don't care. Or like, oh yeah, there are
We're all
bigger
working,
problems
like,
than like, what are we going to eat for lunch today?
He's like, just do what you want to do, you weirdos. So he's great. And John Goodman, he's playing a vice dean of the air conditioning repair school, which turns out is the most profitable part of the school.
Yes.
Hence, they have all the power. So
Obviously.
it's Jim Rash and John Goodman will be in a battle, an epic battle, and I just pray that they write some scenes with me and John Goodman.
I know, me too.
So I can go, grandkids, look at this. Look at
Me
grandkids.
too. But it will still be funny.
Yes, I know you thought, well, there's going to be no funny.
Glad we cleared that up. And they are telling us to
just
leave.
9 more questions. Go ahead. They're trying to get us. Are they ready for us?
Yeah, we're ready for you on set.
All right, 2 more questions.
All right.
One's fine. One more question.
Will there be paintball this season?
Ooh. No,
No.
it's going to be real guns this year.
No?
Yes.
All
The
right.
stakes will be
Murder
through
ball
the roof.
this year.
I was going to say, could you talk a little bit about the reference to Lego?
Oh, the Lego joke?
Yeah.
Um,
Or does-
I don't know.
We
Can
referenced Legos in
Yeah.
a scene.
They are from Europe, and they're much more complicated than they used to be. I don't want to blow the joke,
There's Legos.
but let's just say
Go
the
quick.
entire school's been
Oh.
reconstructed out of Legos.
Well, I just wanted to say that how different is the feel of working on a community as for Mad Men or The Soup or Spy Kids? Like, how different is this environment to you guys working on?
Well, I think now, especially being in our 3rd year here, usually I say volume.
And now we're
it's
in
much
trouble.
louder here.
Cindy's
It's louder
sick.
and crazy. We don't
have to
follow
go.
the rules, and that's why I would never pull this shit on Mad Men. So.
And for me, The Soup and Community are exactly the same because we shoot everything on green screen in half an hour. So, all right, we gotta
Thank
go.
you.
Thanks, you guys.